In this video, we're going to talk about a shoe that ASICS claims is a neutral trainer that delivers a soft and smooth running experience. In this video, we're going to talk about the ASICS Gel-Nimbus 27. Hey runners, and welcome to another shoe review video. My name is Letty. I'm the host of the Marathon Running Podcast and this channel. Feel free to check out the podcast as well. But today we're going to do a review of the Gel-Nimbus 27. So let's get to that, but let's start with a disclaimer. This shoe has been provided to me for the purpose of review. However, no one is paying me for this review and all opinions expressed here are my own. All right, so with the disclaimer out of the way, let's talk about the model and purpose of the shoe. According to ASICS, this shoe is supposed to be for running as well as walking. And when it comes to running, which is what I do, which is what I'm reviewing the shoe for, it is supposed to be for daily runs and easy runs. So let's move on to the tech specs of this shoe. According to the ASICS website, this shoe has a 8mm drop. It's a very high stack, coming in at 42.5 millimeters, going down to a 34.5 in the forefoot. Many of you guys know that shoes higher than a 40 millimeter in the back, in the heel, are not legal shoes, but they are legal for us amateur runners. We're not winning prize money, so you will be perfectly fine running in the shoe. The question is, do you really want to race in the shoe? And we're here to answer that. As for weight, ASICS lists the shoe at 265 grams, which is 9.3 ounces. It looks like they got that weight for a shoe size 8.5, which is my shoe size. I'm still weighing my own shoes, and this shoe for me comes in at 261 grams, which is 9.2 ounces, which is good enough. At least they're not listing it lighter than it actually is. Now, when it comes to stability, this shoe is listed as neutral. And as for its cushioning, this shoe is the max cushion that you can get for any ASICS shoe. As for the price point of the shoe comes in at $165. Now, when it comes to the colors of the shoe, this shoe is available in a ton of colors. And I'm going to tell you the women's colors first. They are black and graphite gray, white glacier gray, white teal illuminate mint, lake gray white sage, cream mineral beige, pure aqua white, black lake gray, black breeze, indigo fog cool gray, Piedmont gray illuminate mint, white light ube, and light ube dark ube. As for the men's colors, you have probably the same amount of colors available. These colors are black graphite gray, wave teal Saxon green, illusion blue indigo blue, carbon mauve, white huddle yellow, amber neutral pink, black gray, white glacier gray, steel gray lake gray, black coral reef, pure aqua white, and indigo fog denim blue. So with that, let's talk about the key features of the shoe. Let's start with the upper and work our way down to the outsole. We have a very breathable upper with a very stretchy tongue. So the tongue fabric is very different than the upper. You can literally stretch this tongue, which makes it very comfortable. It is gusseted. As you can see here, it is attached. Maybe you can't see, it's a really dark color, but trust me on that. It also has a little tab that we've seen in a lot of shoes that keeps the tongue in place even better. No issues with it, and it's maybe a little bit, the tongue is maybe a little bit longer than a lot of other tongues, but it works out fine for the shoe. The heel color of the shoe is very cushioned, almost a little too cushioned for my own personal liking, but at the same time, I feel like the cushioning keeps my heel in place very nicely, so I'll go with it. There's also a heel tab, a pull tab to put the shoe on that is very functional, and I love it because with this, I don't have to untie my shoe every time, and you just slip that shoe right on without trampling down this beautiful heel color. As you guys can see, the midsole is made out of the FF Blast Plus, which is stacked super high. Another fun fact that I was able to find on the website is that this is made out of 20% recycled material. Also in this midsole, you have the Pure Gel technology, which makes or contributes to the feeling that they want you to have, which is that you are basically running on a cloud. So that is it for the midsole. Now when it comes to the outsoles, this outsole is made out of a hybrid ASICS grip outsole that is supposed to be grippier than any of the predecessors of the shoe. Unfortunately, I don't have the Gel-Nimbus 26, so I can't compare them to, but I can just tell you guys whether or not the shoe is grippy. But before I do that, let's talk about my first impression. When I first received this shoe, I knew exactly what the shoe was meant to be for, because you can just tell by the stack height that this is a shoe that ASICS wants to be a cloud-like experience. I do love the color because it's not blue, but it's also not purple. It's like a very nice color. Like I said, did like the tongue, and I definitely like the fit. It feels like the forefoot is wide, and I've kind of come to enjoy wide forefeet of shoes, especially if I know this is gonna be a recovery shoe. I feel like on recovery days, my feet just wanna spread out, and I'm running a lot gentler miles. So a wide forefoot in a shoe is definitely something I can appreciate in a shoe that is supposed to be an easy long run shoe. But let's see if that shoe lived up to my first impression. And let's do that right after you guys see what the shoe looks like when I wear it. All right, so now that you saw me running in the shoe, I'm gonna give you my honest opinion about the shoe and how it felt when I was running. And I'm gonna tell you where I was wrong. I was wrong in prejudging this cushy heel collar. I thought it was gonna be yucky because I live in Florida, and that's usually the area that collects a lot of sweat. But this shoe, although my shoes did get sweaty, the heel color was something that I really liked because it cupped my heel very well and it made the run really enjoyable. I also really enjoyed having this wide forefoot, and it made the easy runs really easy and gentle on my body to where I could do a lot of easy runs and accumulate the mileage I've been meaning to accumulate. It does feel like a cloud. It's very neutral and you can just trot along in the shoe. So I think for what ASICS wanted to create this shoe for, they definitely succeeded in that, because it's a really awesome easy run shoe, recovery shoe, and I have implemented it into my shoe rotation for that reason. So now, who is the shoe for? With everything I said, you guys already know this is for anyone that does maybe high mileage and wants to have a very forgiving, very great easy running shoe. I think this shoe would also be amazing for people that spend a lot of time on their feet. I have a lot of nursing friends, and I can see how wearing a shoe like that at the end of the day would really be of benefit, because they would have a very cushioned shoe. And I feel like it would be very pleasant to have the shoe on all day. I have traveled in this shoe for a whole day, and that's exactly what I felt like at the end of the day. It didn't feel like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get off my feet. It has the gel that you can really feel when you are on your feet a lot, and that gel makes you sink in a little bit, not too much, but just right to where your feet muscles can kind of recover. That's what I always think happens when you wear these shoes. So definitely recommend the shoe though for people that want to have an easy run, easy long run shoe, because that's what I feel like you could excel most for. The shoe is a little bit on the heavier side, but obviously you're carrying a lot of weight with that, so it's probably not for your fast paces or anything like that, although you could do strides in the shoe. I think there's very few shoes that you cannot do strides in, because strides you just do at the end of your run and you just do a few of them. But yeah, highly recommend the shoe. I love the shoe. It is in my shoe rotation, like I said. If you guys have any comments or want to add to this review, please do so in the description. And that wraps up my ASICS Gel-Nimbus 27 review. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time.